One of us had to cut off all their hair and couldn't do the sideburn thing no more with the points. And the next person they said was going to get $200 million because they were going to pay him $10 million a movie to do 20 movies. And that's how the conversation happened. One of those persons turned out to be Ludacris, and the other person turned out to be Katt Williams.
One question I got to ask you before you go, was Katt Williams ever really offered you a role in Fast and Furious?
Hey, listen, we're in March, and this Katt Williams interview is still making his rounds. That's how you know when an interview is impactful, when it's 3 months down the line, and we're almost into April now, and this interview doesn't look like it's slowing down at all, because every time somebody goes somewhere, his name is brought up, this interview is brought up, because he said a lot of facts, and he rubbed people the wrong way. But Ludacris finally responds, which is a more response, because he did a little freestyle.
And I only left with bitches when coming from any party. Now I'm married with kids, the evolution of life. Never been a clout chaser, never say shit for life.
Which I don't know what the hell that was, to be honest. But now he actually responds when Charlemagne asks him the question about Katt Williams.
No, he never. I don't, not that I know of. You said, was he offered a role?
Yeah, because he said, didn't he? If I'm not mistaken, I could be misquoting this. I thought he said on Club Shay Shay, they offered him the role, but he didn't take it because he wasn't willing to do the compromising things that they needed. Allegedly.
Yeah. And to answer your question, I wouldn't be the right person to ask that question. I have no idea if he was offered a role in The Fast or not. I do know that I saw him at Rick Ross's crib some years back, and everything was perfectly fine. But he's a comedian, he tells jokes, so it is what it is.
So you didn't take offense to nothing, even when he was saying things like, it's about 7 people with ugly light-skinned wives. If you do this and you do that, you get an ugly light-skinned wife in movie roles.
Charlemagne, it was so laughable what he said that I was just like, I couldn't believe what he was saying. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I took it as laughable because he's a comedian, and that's why I kind of responded with some laughable stuff.
Absolutely.
Could you beat him in a foot race?
You know what? That's a good question. That's a great question. I don't know. We'd have to see, because he is fast out there for sure.